One of the most common questions I get from new chicken owners is, when should I take my chickens off starter feed and start them on layer feed? If you're not sure, you're definitely not the only one. Let me go ahead and show you what worked really great for my flock. These birds are crazy. Let's go back to the day I first brought them home. Like most new chicken owners, they started on a quality starter crumble feed to give them nutrition as they needed while they're still growing.
Hey, little chicky. Don't get any ideas.
As they got older, I started introducing some of their adult food as well as some snacks while they're still growing. I made the transition gradual instead of all at once. When your chicks first come home, they'll start on a quality starter feed like this one. It's very high in protein. See, it says 18%. It's because they're growing incredibly fast during those first few months. Then next, you're going to start them on a layer feed as they're getting older, kind of like a transition before they start laying actual eggs. And this will give them a good amount of protein, which they need to build more feathers and get ready to lay. And they also have, that's a pellet, and they also have it in a crumble. It's pretty much the same idea. Basically, it's off the preference of how you're feeding your chickens. Some chickens like crumbles and some of them don't. Now, this is Feather Fixer. This is a little bit different. So it's basically once your chickens go through like a heavy molt, it gives them a little extra protein to grow those new feathers. It's very high in protein, which really supports the new feathers, especially during the colder months. And this is a different brand. The first brand I showed you is something I really use. This is organic Purina, and this works really good too. And it's the same thing. It's a starter mix, 18%. You have your layer pellets at 16%. This is the protein levels, which is very important. And then another thing is called scratch grain. That's more of a snack, and we'll get into that in a second. So what's the target? For most of your backyard flocks, you're usually looking around 16 to 18 weeks of age, or whenever your pullets begin to lay their first eggs. That's when I made my switch around 16 weeks. Every breed matures a little different. Some are heavier breeds, so they might take a little bit more, closer to 20 weeks. So I pay attention to the birds more than a calendar. In my previous video, I showed the signs to look for before your chickens start to lay their first egg. Those same signs are exactly what I use now when they start to transition their feed. All right, so I'm going to show you what I do, what my chickens really love. These are the 2 bags that we bought earlier at Tractor Supply. So I just take a bucket like this, a 5-gallon bucket. I have actually a couple of them. And what I do is I take a blend of both of these and then I put it right into the bucket, and it works out perfect. So this is the scratch grain right here. This one here has like a whole bunch of different seeds in it. It also has some pellets, and it does have dried fruit, sunflower seeds, and cracked corn, all different things like that. This one here, where it gets a lot of the protein, it also has protein pellets in it too. It has peas, legumes, and it also has like millet in it. So it's really well balanced. I mean, like, look at this thing here. That's like a nice little pea right there. So that's a good protein for them. So what I do is I just take a big scoop like this. This scoop you could pick up, at the store. And I go 1 big scoop like that. And 1 big scoop here. Take a look here inside the bucket. So it's basically 1 scoop like that, 1 scoop like that. And I'll do it repetitively. And basically what I do is I fill up all the buckets. I have, about 3 buckets, and whatever's left over, I actually have this can right here. I store this into the garage. You want to store it into something that is sealed so no animals could get into it. You like mice or chipmunks, they will. But anyway, I put it right into this trash. Well, it is a plastic bin, and you could actually fit both of these bags right in there. It's heavy duty, and it works out well. So this is what I do to feed the chickens as they're laying. Right now, all my chickens are adults. They're full-size laying hens, and this is everything they need for during the summertime. Plus, they get some snacks. We'll go over some of that later. So another great question is about the treats. I don't give them treats for several weeks in the very beginning because I want them to get most of the nutrition from like the starter feeds and, while they're growing. But what I do is around the 8th week, I started giving them some of these black fly larvae, and they love them. This one's my favorite one because of the fact that they're really big, and boy, do they love them. Anyway, I also have a garden, and they get a lot of my garden vegetables, and I have a little section just for them with lettuce, kale. They love blueberries, watermelon, all different kinds of things. And another special day they really love is some fresh corn. They cannot do without the fresh corn. So besides all that, they're very spoiled, and at the end of the day, I like to keep feeding my chickens very simple. A quality feed is their foundation. Healthy treats are a bonus. And mostly I pay attention to my flock because they'll usually tell you what they need. So I hope this video really helped answer some of your questions. If it did, let me know down in the comments what your chicken's favorite treats are. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.